The easiest way in which you can earn coins within FIFA 22 Ultimate Team is by trading, but it's fair to say not everyone can trade. Of course, everyone has the ability to trade, but some just really do not enjoy it, and because of it, they don't want to actually spend time doing it, or when they do it, they make many mistakes. But there are also people that do want to trade, they do want to earn coins, and it is something they enjoy, but they're also making very similar mistakes. So in today's video, we'll be going through all the mistakes that you should be avoiding if you're a beginner at trading. Before we do get into the video though, if you're looking to skip trading, just get to the point in where you have coins within your account, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic 5 at checkout, you'll also be able to get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, today we're looking at mistakes players make within FIFA 22 when they're looking to trade. And it's fair to say, no matter what experience you have with trading, at some point within the future, you will probably buy a card and sell it for a lot less than what you initially bought it for, which leads to you making a loss. Now, of course, I could list a mistake and say that don't make any losses, always make profit. But that's so much easier said than done. So instead, we're looking at some of the smaller mistakes that players make, which lead to them actually dealing with trades, which actually leads to them making losses, rather than actually looking at the whole picture of just saying, don't make a loss, because that is inevitably going to happen at some point. So let's actually look at the root to the issue. We can actually solve them. So by knowing these mistakes, you should hopefully be able to trade a lot better. So the first major mistake that I see players doing time and time again is copying the exact trade method that is shown from different influencers, different content creators. Now with this, 90% of content creators out there are there to help you. They will provide a trading method for you. But in most cases, especially with the trading methods that I show you on this channel, I don't tell you to focus on one specific type of player. I try to keep the trading method as broad as possible. This is why trading methods such as bulk bidding is so popular, because it can be done with every player within the game. No exaggeration. As long as you have the coins to do so, you could really start looking to bulk bid on Ronaldo, Messi, even some of the icons if you really want to. Now the chance of you being able to get every single one of those deals is extremely slim, and in most cases when you're at that price range, you probably will only be able to bid on 5, but the bulk bidding method itself can be used for every type of player. So no matter what players that I use within my video, it doesn't really matter, because you don't need to use the exact same players. You can use anyone. On a daily basis, I do see people uploading sniping filters, and I see viewers that saw that video use the exact same sniping filter. And as more and more people use that exact same sniping filter, eventually it just becomes impossible or extremely unlikely for you to actually get one of those players. Now, this doesn't make any type of trading method pointless that is shown from a content creator. It just means that when you're watching it, don't copy it exactly, actually change a few small details, either by changing positions, changing players, changing chemistry styles, or a number of other things that you can do. The more creative you are with the trading methods that are shown, the more likely it is that you'll be able to make a lot of coins. The next mistake that I see people making all the time is just not being patient. Time and time again, there will be people that message me over on Discord, which by the way is perfectly fine. If you have any issues with any types of the trading method that I show on this channel, then definitely head over to the Discord. The Discord server itself is there to help you out, but if you're still struggling, you can also send me a DM, and I'll always try to get back to you within a 24-hour period. But there is so many people that will try a trading method that could be extremely broad, such as bulk bidding, and people will say that it doesn't work, that it's a completely pointless trading method, when in actual fact it's not. It's just that most likely you selected a player which isn't good. This is where patience comes in, because not every single trade that you go for is going to be something that you're able to win. There will be times where you need to build the groundwork to actually research into players and understand which ones are working well at what time. The reason that I know what type of players are good for sniping and which ones are good for bidding on is because I've worked with a lot of them. At the beginning of the year, I set the parameters that I wanted to find within FUTBIN, and I went through every single player. For those that didn't work, I will not bid on again, and there was no point of me recording footage of anything because they didn't work. I wasn't able to make coins out of them. And eventually, as I went through the list, I worked out the players that didn't work and the ones that did work. I kept using the ones that worked and continue to use them to this day. I was only able to do that because I was patient. And you need to have the exact same level of patience if you're looking to do the exact same trading methods. It's extremely unlikely that you'll watch any type of content creators videos of how to do a certain trading method, you use that trading method and instantly make millions of coins. It's going to take a lot more time. The third mistake that I see players using is only focusing on one type of trading method throughout the whole time of trading. If you only have one type of trading method, it puts you in a position where you only know how to make coins in one way. The second that someone else knows about that trading method, it gets revealed to a huge amount of people, or in some cases, EA releases new content and that just brings demand to your type of player. It makes that trading method so much harder to use. If you can understand 2, 3, 4, 5, as many trading methods as possible and you can do them well, it makes you so much more adaptable. The second that one of those trading methods no longer works because of content that EA has released, well, that's perfectly fine. You can adapt and move to a different type of trading method, or you can iterate the one that you was originally using. So many people watch videos around trading within Ultimate Team, they'll find a trading method that works for them and they'll continue to use them. But the second that trading method no longer works, they're back to square one where they're not able to earn coins through trading players. They're instead earning coins by playing different types of game modes. On a weekly basis, I will use the exact same 4 trading methods every single week, with there also being a few other trading methods that I'll do on top, which are only available for that week. Now, 1 week and nothing more than that. But typically, those trading methods that I use every week will be bulk bidding, the bronze pack method, silver and gold, team of the week flipping, as well as also special card investing. I'm pretty much guaranteed to be earning coins from those 4 trading methods every single week, no matter what, with there also being other types of trading methods that I'll do on top. The second that the bronze pack method isn't as good, I can then spend more time in the other 3 areas. If special cards are at a much higher price, this making silvers and gold team of the weeks as well as investing a lot harder to do, that's fine. I'll go through the bulk bidding and bronze pack method at the exact same time. This just makes things so much easier that I'm always being able to generate coins. The next mistake that I see people making a lot is using their coins too quickly to actually buy players for their team. This is especially for those that have just started Ultimate Team. You'll have a starter squad right at the beginning, and of course you want to be able to get a full gold team with 100 chem so that you can actually compete against other players. The problem that most people make is that they'll play a few squad battle matches, they may get into 1 or 2 trading methods, and with the coins that they managed to save, they'll then buy a player, which takes them back down to 0. Now you need to go through that whole process again where you get a few thousand coins again and then you can buy a second player. By the time you get a full starting 11, this is going to take some time. It is so much better for you to go into squad battles, get those 400 coins and start trading. The first trade that you make won't be a crazy amount, but whilst you're waiting for that item to sell, you can play another squad battles match. Come back, you get another 400 coins, and hopefully within that time, your first trade is actually sold on for you to give you even more coins. Now you can buy 2 trades at the exact same time. You then get them listed onto the transfer market, play another game, and then come back and hopefully those items are sold with you being able to buy even more trades. Eventually, this really starts to scale up as things just start to snowball. It really doesn't take long for you to have 10, 20, 30,000 coins, which you can use a portion of that to then buy your team. And this can be done so much quicker than if you was to gradually trade up to one of your players, buy the player and go back down to 0 coins, and then do the exact same thing again, where eventually you'll push to your 11th player and have a full gold squad with 100 chem. Now this doesn't just apply to new players, it also happens for those that are building some of the bigger, more expensive teams. They'll gradually build up their coin balance and maybe it's reached a few 100,000 coins. They'll then sell their team and maybe their team was worth a few 100,000 coins. Now with everything they have, they put it all into one team and leave themselves with no coins to trade. Now when you're starting again, even though you've got an amazing team, your coin production is a lot lower than what it was before. And it takes a lot longer for you to be able to build that up. And the final mistake that I see players making is not looking for long-term investments. So many people are looking to buy a player right now, hold them just for a couple hours for EA to release content, and as soon as EA has released that content, they'll relist back onto the market, nearly doubling their coins. And even though on paper this sounds amazing, for most players they can't actually achieve this. Most players get it timed completely wrong, and when everyone is trying to do this at the exact same time, once they relist their player, that player is plummeting in price. For 99% of people, the best way to invest is just to do long-term investments. Don't try and do anything too fancy unless you've got information that no one else has. But in most cases, near enough everyone has the exact same information. This is why it's just better for you to buy into players when they're low and wait a couple days, weeks, potentially even months, where you can then relist those players for a much higher price. This is why I tell people just to look at fodder investing or even just gold team of the week investing. On a weekly basis, you can invest into gold team of the week players. You buy one of each card, store them into your club. And even though they may need to be there for quite some time, gradually as the weeks go on and keep on passing, they slowly increase, up until the point that you actually want to sell them off, where you've made a few thousand coins on each card and you're able to stack hundreds of these within your club. If an SBC releases where there's a lot of demand for these players, it will actually increase them at a much faster pace, or you have the choice in which you can use those players to actually finish that SBC for cheap. No matter what's happening, every single week I invest into these types of players. And whenever I do sell them, on every single one, I'm making about 6 to around 15,000 coins on each one, no questions asked. If they don't reach that type of profit that I'm looking for, then I'll just hold them into my club. When an SBC is released, I'll use them for them and just complete the SBC a lot cheaper than if I was to use any other type of player that I already have invested in. So many people look past this because they really just don't like the idea of having to wait days, weeks, or even months. But that time passes by really quick. You will actually forget that you have these players within your club, and there will be a moment where you need coins, you look into your club and you realize you can sell all of these team of the week players for hundreds, maybe even millions of coins, depending how many you have within your account. So definitely don't look past investing and definitely start looking into some long-term investments. But anyway guys, here are some common mistakes that I see new traders making all the time. If you have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.